There's nothing more calming than staring into a cow's eyes, but there's also nothing more terrifying than an angry cow that's determined to get you. When these peaceful-looking beasts decide that they don't like you, you better run, because they'll show you absolutely no mercy, which is exactly what we're about to see today. This bizarre scene began with a woman peacefully admiring a majestic horse grazing in a field. Out of nowhere, a man burst from the woods, screaming at the top of his lungs and sprinting like his life depended on it. The woman stood frozen in shock, trying to make sense of what was happening. Moments later, the source of the man's panic appeared, a determined cow barreling out of the woods in hot pursuit. The man ran for dear life, while the cow chased after him with unexpected speed. The duo quickly vanished out of sight, leaving the bewildered woman and the unbothered horse to wonder what could have triggered such an absurdly comical yet terrifying incident. A determined cop thought he'd finally cornered a runaway cow in a fenced field, believing the chase was nearing its end. But the cow had other plans. As the officer approached, the cow turned and charged straight at him full speed, its eyes locked on the man like a freight train. Realizing the imminent danger, the cop made a split-second decision to crash through the gate to get out of the cow's path. The timing couldn't have been closer. Just as he stumbled clear, the cow headbutted the gate with such force that it flung open. Without missing a beat, the cow bolted through the opening, continuing its escape mission. Thankfully, neither the cop nor the cow were injured, though the officer might think twice before underestimating a determined bovine again. Here we have a group of guys who are out riding their bicycles on a dirt road in the middle of the night, laughing and having a good time under the moonlight. But their fun quickly turned into chaos when they spotted a shadowy figure in the distance. Before they could figure out what it was, a massive cow came charging at them out of nowhere. The boys' screams echoed through the night as they abandoned their bikes and bolted in every direction, running as fast as their legs could carry them. The cow, clearly not in the mood to share the road, kept charging at full speed, its hooves pounding the dirt like thunder. The boys didn't look back even once, determined to escape the unexpected bovine menace. They even left their bicycles scattered on the road as trophies of the cow's unexpected reign of terror. In a serene field blanketed with tall grass, a seemingly calm cow grazed peacefully under the sun. A man strolling nearby thought the cow looked friendly and decided to approach it, aiming to pet the gentle giant. But as he got closer, the cow's demeanor shifted in an instant. With a sudden burst of energy, the cow charged at him, its horns aiming straight for a headbutt. The man, caught completely off guard, managed to dodge the attack at the last possible second, narrowly escaping a serious collision. The cow wasn't done yet. It pursued him for a short distance, hooves pounding the ground as it chased the startled man. Thankfully, after a brief and heart-pounding pursuit, the cow stopped in its tracks, seemingly satisfied that it had asserted its dominance. The man, shaken but unharmed, quickly left the field, grateful to escape with only a story to tell. Another insane incident took place here. A furious cow targeted a cyclist riding along a quiet country road. The cyclist pedaled at top speed, but the determined cow closed in from the right, attempting to ram him off his bike. The first attempt failed as the cyclist swerved just in time, narrowly avoiding disaster. Undeterred, the enraged cow crossed the road, keeping pace with its two-wheeled target as if driven by sheer spite. Then, in a bold move, the cow attempted a leap to strike the cyclist from the left. However, its plan went awry when it misjudged the jump, crashing headfirst into the side of a small bridge. The unfortunate cow tumbled down, while the cyclist seized the opportunity to escape the chaotic encounter unscathed. Slightly comedic, this scene unfolded when a cow found itself in an awkward predicament. Its head had become wedged in the Y-shaped trunk of a small tree, and it was frantically trying to free itself without success. A brave but nervous man approached to help, carefully maneuvering to avoid startling the trapped animal. After some effort, the man managed to release the cow, but instead of sticking around to make sure it was okay, he panicked and ran. The cow, confused by the man's sudden flight, immediately took off after him as if it was seeking revenge. The man, now at full speed, jumped behind another small tree for cover, while the cow thundered past him, seemingly more intent on running than attacking. Both eventually went their separate ways, leaving behind a story that's equal parts suspense and slapstick comedy. Take a look at this one. This man found himself in a nerve-wracking situation when he decided to jump into a fenced cow field, hoping to pet the seemingly calm animals grazing inside. At first, the cow seemed unbothered by his presence, but as he approached them, one large cow locked eyes with him and suddenly charged at full speed. The man, realizing his mistake, immediately turned and ran for his life. In his panic, he tripped and fell into the dirt, scrambling to get back on his feet as the cow closed the distance. Luckily for him, the cow stopped short, perhaps satisfied with scaring the intruder away. The man wasted no time and bolted for the fence, climbing out as fast as he could. Though shaken, he was unharmed. This man clung desperately to a tree, the focus of an enraged cow's fury. While the chase leading up to this moment wasn't shown, the aftermath speaks volumes. The man had managed to climb onto a sturdy branch, gripping it with all his strength as the furious cow circled below. Its attempts to jump and reach him were relentless, each failed leap accompanied by frustrated snorts and aggressive stomping. The man, visibly terrified, held on for dear life, his legs dangling perilously close to the cow's horns. The tension was evident as the camera captured the cow's stubbornness and the man's sheer will to stay out of reach. Unfortunately, the clip ended abruptly, leaving viewers guessing about whether the cow gave up or the man managed to escape safely. Check this one out. This man approached a cow grazing peacefully in a grassy field, seemingly trying to interact with it. He managed to get alarmingly close, just a few feet away, before the cow's demeanor changed dramatically. Suddenly hostile, the cow charged at full speed, catching the man off guard. Startled, the man turned and ran, but the cow, much faster, quickly closed the distance. With a slight push of its head, the cow knocked the man off balance, sending him tumbling to the ground. Thankfully, the cow didn't pursue further and simply continued running past him, leaving both parties unharmed. The man picked himself up, relieved that the encounter hadn't escalated. Here's one that took place on a dairy farm, when a farmer attempted to pick up a sick calf to provide some much-needed care for it. While his intentions were good, the mother cow didn't see it that way. As soon as she noticed her calf being handled, her maternal instincts kicked into overdrive, and she came charging at the man with full force. Realizing the danger, the farmer quickly released the calf and tried to flee, but the furious cow was too fast. She rammed into him with her head, knocking him to the ground, and even trampled him with her hooves in her attempt to protect her baby. Miraculously, despite the forceful attack, the farmer was unharmed. After the cow stopped her assault, the farmer carefully got back on his feet and walked away. Having to hop over a fence to check on some wild cows grazing near a small farm, this man didn't know that he'd made a huge mistake. What he probably didn't expect was just how unfriendly these cows could be. As soon as he got close, one of the cows turned aggressive and charged at him with full force. Panicking, the man sprinted back toward the gate and attempted to climb over it to escape. But in his frantic state, he stumbled and couldn't make it over on the first try. The cow got close enough to make contact, but surprisingly didn't follow through with an attack, giving him a moment to gather himself. With his friend waiting on the other side, the man scrambled back up and finally managed to leap over the gate to safety. It was a tense moment that could have ended much worse, but luck seemed to be on his side. Two men noticed a cow with its head stuck in a gate and decided to help free the poor animal here. However, the cow misinterpreted their well-intentioned efforts as an attack and became increasingly hostile. It began thrashing around violently, attempting to kick the men who were trying to assist it. Ironically, the cow's aggressive movements inadvertently freed its head from the gate. But instead of calming down, the enraged cow charged straight at the men, clearly determined to defend itself. The men scattered in a panic, each trying to dodge the charging cow as quickly as possible. One of them was so startled that he tripped and fell to the ground. Fortunately, the cow didn't follow through with an attack and allowed the men to escape unharmed. These guys were biking through the woods, enjoying the quiet trail, when chaos erupted. A cow appeared out of nowhere, charging directly at the last biker in the group. It narrowly missed knocking him off his bike, but didn't stop there. The cow began chasing him down the narrow path, its determination making the situation even more terrifying. The guy yelled frantically for his friends to speed up and make room as the angry cow closed in. They all pedaled as fast as they could, struggling to maintain distance from the hostile pursuer. Despite their best efforts, the cow kept catching up, pushing the group into a frantic sprint to stay ahead. The clip ended abruptly with the guys managing to gain a small lead, leaving us on edge. Let's hope they escaped unharmed and left the cow to calm down in peace. Cows clearly have a knack for turning cyclists' peaceful rides into unexpected thrillers. In this clip, two men were planning to ride along the quiet dirt road when a cow suddenly charged at one of them. Thinking quickly, or perhaps naively, the man attempted to use his bike as a shield, holding it up in front of him to block the incoming attack. Unfortunately, the cow had no intentions of backing down. With a powerful burst of energy, it rammed straight into the bike, knocking it out of the man's hands and sending him stumbling backward. The sheer force of the attack left him momentarily stunned. The second cyclist wisely kept his distance, watching the chaos unfold. Luckily, the man was unharmed aside from the shock. Did you enjoy this video? Please let us know in the comments section down below. And don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. And please, turn on your notifications bell to get notified when we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.